Hey my lovelies, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, I just want to thank all the new subscribers that I've gained recently. I appreciate each and every one of you, so I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And to my old subscribers, thank you for keep watching. Again, really appreciate it, and I love each and every one of you. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into this. So, back to Zeesea Cosmetics. Had my last delivery through a couple of weeks ago now, so again I haven't touched much of any of this. It's been sat there looking at me and I'm like, oh, I did open the boxes and have a peek, not gonna lie. So okay, let's get started. The first thing I got, look at this packaging again, and this is just the unicarton box that it comes in. Look at that with the details on here. Isn't it just beautiful? No wonder I like Zeesea Cosmetics. Like I say, it's all about the packaging for me. And then when you open it up, so I can do it without it falling out, you've got all this on the inside. And then you flip that open. Are you ready for this? It is stunning. You ready? Look. And that's the foundation. And that is a Chinese dragon. Look. So I've not swatched this, I've just peeked in the box. I'm not expecting the colour to match me. There was only 3 shades and I've got shade number 3, which is neutral. So definitely not expecting it to match me today, but we can bronze it up if it's too light, but it will match me in the winter because I go really light in the winter. So we're not going to worry about that. Okay, let's give her a shake, but look, let's do a close up on that. Look at that. That absolutely stunning. Now this one, I've got some notes in front of me with prices and things. Now this one is from the Palace Identity collection. Now I don't know, oh, that just pulls off, so we're left with just what you'd normally have with foundation. This one cost me $35, and in UK money that translates to £25.35. So not too bad, like I say, not drugstore, but sort of middle for diddles, get crawling up there on the higher end. So let's give that one a swatch and just see how much it's not going to match me. Give it a couple of pumps. Yeah, see, that's going to be way too light. I don't know. But like I say, we can bronze it up, but I think in the winter, but we don't know yet whether it oxidizes or anything because I don't know a lot about this one. But we're going to give it a go and see what we think. I don't know. Oh, okay, so I'm back to using my trusty beauty blender. I keep switching between the brush and the beauty blender. There is a reason I've gone back to the beauty blender, which you'll find out about in a later video. So we're going to get our beauty blender. I'm just going to do 1 pump on that because 1 pump seems to do a lot. Should we get the cat hair off first rather than tickling my face as usual? Wouldn't be me else if it wasn't cat fur. Okay, so let's see how this one works. Wow, that pump's gone a long way already. Okay, like I say, I knew the colour was probably not going to match. But that has got really decent coverage on that. Let's see the difference. Look. Definitely got a mask on. Like I say, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay, so as you can see, I have dragged it down the neck to blend in, but you know what? It's not as light as I thought it was going to be. It really isn't. But like I say, you know, the coverage on that is really nice. Let's get a bit closer. Like I say, you can still see a bit of my skin peeking through, but it is still quite a decent coverage as well. So it should be interesting to see how this wears. That's looking nice. You can see that it's got some glow to it, which I like, especially in the summer months. Obviously, you know, it's nice to have a little bit of glow, so I'm quite impressed with that. So far so good. I also bought 3 eyeshadow palettes. I know, I can hear you from here, but they're only little mini 4 quad ones, but you could get them for $16 each or the whole set for $40, and I couldn't decide which one to have. So I bought them all. What can you do? So and this is the Tipsy Kitty range. Let's just show you some of the packagings on these. Look, How cute are they? Of course I had to have them. Of course I did. And look, I don't know if you can see it, my lights are shining on that. But look how cute they are. Look at little packaging. Okay, let's do a bit more sort of closer up. So this is the first one. This is number 1. And this one is in the shade Milk Tea. Look, how cute is that? It's got little pictures of kitties and fishies and things on. And I'm a sucker for anything like that. So I'm going to swatch them all. So in this one, it's got 4 mattes and 1 shimmer. Okay, so they haven't got name shades. So there's the 3 mattes. And there's the shimmer on that one. Hopefully you can see that. I've got to say it's very, 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 very pale. That's probably the palest one that there is. And like I say, again, not a lot of colour payoff like that. But again, the true test is on the eyes. This is the second one called Rosé. And in this one, we've got 2 mattes, a shimmer, and more of a slightly sparkly one. So let's give those a swatch. Okay. So I don't know how well this is coming off on camera. As you can see, some of those have got a bit more depth of colour to them. And so you can barely see the first one, which is this paler pink. But again, doesn't mean to say they're not going to perform well on the eyes. This one's the third one. This is Fruit Punch. I'm going to say a little bit more interesting colours on this one, as you can see there. And again, we've got 1 matte, a shimmer, and 2 with just little gold sparkly bits in. Okay, so let's try these ones. I'm going to say I think the colour's a bit more punchy on these. Oh, swatch that a bit too close together. I'm still learning. So, but yeah, you can see the colour a bit more on those, being darker colours as well. Okay, now I want to try and use at least 1 colour from each palette. So I've just been sat contemplating like you do. I think just had kind of a bit of a look there to see what where I'm going with this. But I think I'm going to take the third palette first, which is the Fruit Punch one, that nice colourful one. I do love the kitties on these. I really do. They're so beautiful. So even though that one's got a bit of gold shimmer in, I think I'm going to put that in the crease anyway. Just see what we end up with. Just have a bit of a play today. Oh, tapped into that really gently, and can you see that colour payoff? I say, wow, didn't expect that. Expecting it to be a little bit more muted than it actually is. Okay, let's see what it's got, shall we? Let's move my hair out the way. Keep sticking to my foundation because I haven't set it at the moment because I do my face in a weird way. But if you've been with me a while, you know that. I have used the foundation today to prime my eyelids because I am lazy and I can't be bothered with eye primer. It's as simple as that. So we're going to take that one and just pop that in. So that was a really good colour payoff. So that's a really pretty colour. Let's bring it in a bit closer. That has gone really well. Like I say, it's sheared out quite a lot, but I'm not mad about that because I didn't want it to be really, really dark anyway. So I'm really happy with that. I just pop a tiny little bit more on, and I mean a tiny, I literally, the tiniest dab into that. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, so that's looking really nice. And I'm going to go in next with the first palette, which is this cute little kitty here. I'm more interested in the picture than the eyeshadow. And I think we're going to take this top colour here and just blend that one out. And tap off my brush. And then very gently, I'm just feathering it very, very gently. Yeah, liking that. Definitely liking that. And I'm going to take me little fluffy brush. And I'm going to go back in with that first colour from the third palette, the Fruit Punch. And I'm just going to slightly deepen up my crease to get a bit of definition going there. Yeah, that's it. Only took a tiny bit. So that one's really pigmented, which is great. Just going to put a bit on the outer corner. I'm going to try and deepen that up in a minute with the darkest brown in the second palette that we haven't used yet, which is the Rosé palette. Yep, looking good. Happy with that. That is really pretty. Okay, like I said, we're going to go in with Rosé, and we're going to take this dark brown at the bottom here and just see if we can darken up that outer corner of my crease a little. Okay, just pop a little bit right in there. Okay, so that's what we got going on so far. I'm going to go back in with that second palette, which is the Rosé, and I'm going to take this shimmer here. No, the other side. Take this shimmer here. I'm going to pop that on the lid. I'm going to use my fingers because I know from the Alice in Wonderland palette, if you've seen that one, it's not overly pigmented. So using your finger, you're going to get a slightly better colour payoff. Because these are definitely more like toppers than they are sort of really high shine glitter. But I don't mind that, because some days you just want something a little bit toned down, which is what I've gone for today. Only trouble with that is I always get glitter under my eye where I touch it with my finger. Okay, so that's what we got going on with that one. Rather liking that. Let's say they've all performed really well so far. So definitely happy with that. So I'm going to pop off camera, do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done my brows, done some cream bronzer, put some mascara on, bit of eyeliner. So next product. Again, look at this beautiful packaging. Again, this is from the Palace Identity. And this one is a face powder, if I can get it out of the box. Again, comes beautifully packaged. You can't fault the packaging from this company. They're absolutely awesome. And delivery has only taken approximately 10 days. So that's not bad at all. So, and as we open it up, let's see if I can hold these back. Again, say the detail to the packaging on this is stunning. So let's take this one out of the box. Look, it's got a little reindeer on it. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Again, I've peeked, didn't touch, I only peeked. Okay, so how do we actually undo this one? I can't remember. So it's got a little button. So your top bit comes off, and little reindeer is like a little handle. And then on the inside, you got a little powder puff. And this one is in the shade 01, and I think this might have been the paler pink one. So it's all nice and sealed. Okay, so the powder hasn't got a sifter or anything like that. It's just there. Okay, we're going to make a mess. You know that, don't you? But I thought I'd got the pinky one, but that one definitely looks more like translucent. I'm already quite pale, so you know, hopefully it won't put any more discoloration on. So just trying to think the best way of doing this. I'm not going to use the powder puff. I'm not a big fan of powder puffs. So I'm just cleaning off my big fluffy brush, because I don't want any of these products tainted with other powders and things. So just kind of giving that a swirl around. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilise the lid. So I'm going to dip into this one and then shake off all the excess into the lid, I think is the way to do it. You know, see, I've got a nice little bit on there. So we're going to shake that off. And I'm just going to swirl my brush back into it. Oh, a lot of kick up on that, but it's loose powder. What do we expect? Oh, that's really, really silky. That is really silky. I have set under my under eyes, because I never use the same setting powder under my eyes as I do my face, because I'm fussy like that. Okay, like I say, can't really test a powder like that. It's so fine. You can tell by all that kick up. I usually find if it's got a lot of kick up, it's because it's really fine. Like I say, it feels really silky. Tiny bit more into that. Like I say, I don't want to dip too hard and end up with truckloads of it. Again, oh goodness, that is very powdery. Oof. That's all right. As long as it does its job and it's a nice powder, I'm not bothered about anything like that. So I'm just going to get a tiny dab more. I think little by little is probably the way to go. So I'm not heavy-handed with powders anyway. You know, I just like to lightly set. Because having older skin, I don't really want that powdery look. Okay, I've lost my mirror. There it is. Let's have a look. See if it's done anything strange. No, it does look quite powdery, but as I'm looking, I don't know whether you can see here with the foundation, it's gone a bit weird. I don't know whether that was the primer I used underneath. Same here, got a weird patch. And here, it's all gone weird. Oh yeah, all along there. Okay, yeah, along here as well. It's not looking great. Like I said, I don't know whether that was the primer that I used or what. So, yeah, like I said, I've got a funny bit on my nose. Okay, yeah, definitely a few weird patches going on. But the powder wouldn't have caused that. That would have been like it before, and just I didn't notice it. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is retest it again another day, but not use the primer that I used. So I don't want to mention the primer because that's in an up and coming video. So we're going to leave it at that, and we'll come back to that one in an up and coming video, as I said. But let's say it's a powder. You can't really go too far wrong with a powder. I'm going to say, I do think it's left, I don't know, it just looks like my face looks a bit paler, you know, looking sort of in the viewfinder. I don't know, this is my big mirror over here so I can see, but I don't know, can't decide on that one yet. I'll say jury's out on that one for a minute. I think I need to just sort of test that one a little bit more and see how we go. All right, we need to finish up under the eyes. So let's get back to my little kitty eyeshadow quads. Okay, right, so let's finish up under the eyes. So I think I'm gonna go back in with that first colour, that like nice little rosy berry colour, on my little flat top brush, which is this one here that I always use. Just gonna run some of that under there. Put a little bit of that brown shade, that one that I deepened up. Just gonna pop a little bit on the outer corner. Just to blend it through with the top colour slightly. Deepen that one up. And I'm going to go in with the shade that I used under my brow just to blend that all together slightly. Okay, so that's what we've got going on there. Just going to chuck on a bit of mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got a bit of mascara now going on the lower lashes. So I think we'll go into blush next, and then I'll put some highlighter on the inner corner and under my brows. Now, blusher. Oh my god, this is so beautiful when I saw it. Again, it's from the same collection, packaging identical to the rest, absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful this is. And this one is very, very luxe. Didn't tell you how much that powder was. I said I'm going to keep you in suspense now. where's my little cheat sheet? Okay, so the reindeer loose powder, let's say it's from the Palace Identity collection, was $38, which brings that to $27.52 UK money. Now, I know if you spent over a certain amount, it was free shipping, so that was awesome. But if you spend under the amount, it's only £5 shipping anyway, which I thought was flipping awesome. I didn't mind paying that when I only bought a few items. So, like I said, definitely worth checking out. Okay, so back to my very luxe blusher. It is so luxe, it comes in its own little pouch. Look at that, how cute is that? So, the magic happens when we open it. Look, it's still got its plastic on. Let's see if I can get the plastic off. And look at that. So, I've just taken the plastic off of that one. Isn't that absolutely stunning? Oh my goodness. And that's just the outside. Look. It is just amazing. I had to have it. And then on the inside, let's take off its protective covering, if I can figure out how it comes off. Okay, ready for this? Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she is beautiful. Look, let's do a bit of a close-up of that one. Look at that. And that is the Peony blush, if I remember rightly. Yeah, again from my Identity Palace. It's in Peony. This one was $32, which brought that to $23.19 UK money. But look, oh my gosh, she is just beautiful. So I'm going to say, I don't really want to ruin it. Even as you can see, it's got a little gold overspray just on the centre. But we're going to do it. I don't want to, but we're going to do it. That's the trouble with the Zeesea collections. They're far too nice to actually use. You just want to keep them and make them look pretty. But this is exceptionally exquisite. Okay, so I'm going to dip in very, very gently. I don't want to ruin it. So I'm just going to literally a couple of taps, maybe a couple of more, because I'm not sure how pigmented this is. Okay, that's better. I can see some on the brush now. Get my little mirror and then just tap that on. Oh, that's a nice colour. I should get quite a lot of colour on that. Probably a little bit too much, but we can blend that out. I'm not going to worry. Not going to worry. I think it just took a couple of taps to actually get any colour payoff, but now I have. It's gone from one extreme to the other. But that's okay. We can blend that away. A bit on my nose. But yeah, a little bit heavy-handed on that one. So if you see me looking up or to the side, it's because I've got my really big vanity mirror there, and it really does help sort of, you know, I can see sort of how much I've put on and stuff like that. So, but that is pigmented. Definitely needs a light hand. But whether I'll use it again, I don't know. It's far too pretty to use. Just going to dip into my Hourglass one, which is the ambient powder in diffused light. As you can see, this is well loved. You know, awesome for blending out anything. So since I've got a bit heavy-handed, we'll just do a quick, just to sort of blend it through just a little. I'm going to say when this runs out, I will be getting another one because I use it every single day. It's absolutely stunning, this one is. That's it. I know it's £45, but oh my God, I'm getting another one. Okay, so let's do a bit of highlighting on the inner corner and the brows. I think we're going to go back into that first little palette, which is Milk Tea, and I'm going to take this little shimmer down here on my little flat detail brush. Dip into that one just on the tip, so we don't want a lot anyway, so that will be fine. I'm just going to run that under there, just give it a bit of highlight. Do the same on the other one. Just a little summit. We don't want to go too heavy-handed. And I'm going to just take my little round detail brush, pop that one in the same one, and just do a little bit of inner corner highlight. Just kind of widen my eyes up a bit and make me look a lot more awake than I am, because I barely got any sleep last night. So I'm absolutely shattered this morning. Story of my life. Okay, so this is the finished face. Just went on and literally put some highlighter on, bit of lip gloss, bit of eyeliner, just to finish it all off. So this is what we've got going on. Do think it's turned out really nice. Jury's out on the foundation though. You know, my face was looking quite powdery, so I did chuck a load of setting spray on it. That seems to have calmed it right down. So I think, like I say, a good dousing of setting spray with that powder definitely made a difference. Like I say, it is a bit pale for me at the moment, but I think in winter it'll be fine. But on the whole, you know, I like what I've come up with. You know, the eyes, like I said, you know, they're not the brightest, most vibrant colours in the whole wide world, but they're a nice wash of colour. And it's really nice to have that for a change, you know, so I'm not mad about it. They've done what I wanted them to do. They perform really well. I think it's turned out really pretty. I'm really happy about that. But like I said, the foundation, I do need to give that a second go, but not use the primer that I was using with it, and just kind of try it on its own with my moisturiser and see what it does then, you know. But I'll probably leave that now for a while until, you know, the rest of my body gets a little bit paler, and then sort of try it again. It's not going to hurt sat in the drawer. It's going to be fine, you know. So, but that blush, beautiful. Really like the blush. I said, you know, even it toned down quite nicely. So when I did tone it down, it did what it was supposed to do. But I think the colour of that is absolutely beautiful. Really do like that one. I say whether I wear it again is another matter. I don't want to ruin it. It's too pretty to ruin, you know. But no, on the whole, like I said, definitely pleased with it. So thank you for watching, my lovelies, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.